Welcome back to Houston Life. There's a brand new face on KPRC2, but she is not new to H-Town. Native Mississippian Joy Addison has been covering breaking news all over Texas since 2019.
She's excited to find her niche and continue telling impactful stories about this community. And get this, she's a Muay Thai enthusiast. Welcome, Joy.
Thank you, guys.
Oh my gosh, it's a pleasure to have you. So, how are you liking KPRC2 so far? What vibe are you getting? I know it's hard being the new girl sometime, but you're off and running, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm fresh on the job. I've been live on television here about 3 times. Today will be my 4th, so if anyone wants to tune in, I'll be live today. I'm just kind of getting in the groove of things. It's very different than the job that I had at Fox. I was an MMR, so I did all of my camera, all of my editing, live shots for all of our Fox stations, and this is, I'm centered on KPRC while I'm here. So I'm excited to just get to know, like you said, my niche here and connect with our viewers here in Houston.
MMR, by the way, multimedia reporter, doing shooting, writing, editing. It's a long list. It's a hustle every single day.
Yeah.
In 2018, you graduated from Ole Miss, University of Mississippi. You have your bachelor's degree in both broadcast journalism and psychology, but you have a master's degree as well.
I do.
What's that in?
Yeah, so I have a master's degree in industrial and organizational psychology. It's business of the workplace, pretty much. IO psychologists study what makes people happy in the workplace, what makes them motivated in the workplace.
Wow.
What makes them want to work hard, what makes them get up every day and, be excited to come to work. So that's what practitioners in IO psychology do. I actually worked in the field briefly as a global marketing manager at an oil and gas company. And then I realized that I love television and I wanted to be back in television, so I only kept that job for about 6 months.
Okay, you have done a lot in the last 6 years
have.
since graduation.
Yep.
And stories in Houston, I'm fascinated by big cities, and I loved when I read that you're really curious about water in Houston, infrastructure stories.
Yes.
Explain what you mean by that.
Yeah, so that story actually connects back to my hometown in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm from Brandon, right outside of Jackson, but I covered a story where their water system had completely collapsed, and we realized that people in the city of Jackson had been without clean drinking water for over 20 years.
Oh my gosh.
And so when we dived deeper, we had some engineers who told us that it's a very common problem, but in larger cities like Houston, New York, Chicago, where the cities were incorporated so long ago, these water systems were established so long ago, they need to be updated, but you can't shut the whole city down and redo all the piping, so you have to do portion by portion. When you have a part of a water system that's 100 years old and you've replaced another segment that's a couple months old, then you have pipe bursts. So I'm really interested in seeing how large cities like Houston, Chicago, Detroit, just these large cities who are having issues with their drinking water, fix the issue with these 100-year-old water systems.
Oh my gosh.
It truly is fascinating. So I mean, it's clear to me you're so intelligent. You're ready to hit the ground running.
you.
Where does that come from? Tell us about your background. Tell us about your family.
Well, let's see. You want me to start with my family or educational background?
We got some of your education. What about your family?
Okay, so I come from a really big family in Mississippi. We are originally from the Mississippi Delta. Oh, those are my 2 little cousins.
Aww.
I love them so much. That's my dad. So the town that we're from is called Itabena. It's home of the Mississippi Valley State Devils. That's my baby brother. I left there, went to Ole Miss. I did pageants while I was at Ole Miss, and that's how I got my interest in news. So my family, that's my grandparents, my mom, my aunt, that's my, Christmas pictures, that's my papa, my granddad. He is like my biggest fan. He watches me every single time I'm on TV, and those are my little cousins at a pageant that I did. So that's where I got my interest for television. I would do a lot of interviews on my impact. We had like impact missions while we competed, and mine was called Operation SOS, Save Our Servicemen. It was inspired by my dad, who came back from Iraq with PTSD. So it helped to connect servicemen with PTSD resources, and they would have me occasionally on the news station in Jackson.
Wow.
So WLBT. So I would go on the news station, talk about my platform, its impact, and I kind of fell in love with the newsroom as I continued to do that.
Wow. And I really do think it's great. Journalists deserve respect. They absolutely do. And they go for the truth. They go for, like, infrastructure. If you can figure out why we have flooding in so so many neighborhoods in Houston and why so many people have horrible water pressure at home. I mean, that's a huge. We have bad water pressure too. I'll be calling you Joy.
Joy, get to the bottom of this immediately.
And your family must be so proud.
Yeah.
They are. You know, Mississippi is a place where there are a lot of traditional jobs, but news reporting is not so traditional. So a lot of people have to leave Mississippi if they want to pursue careers in entertainment, or, you know, if it's not just your run-of-the-mill career. So a lot of us leave, go off, pursue careers, and then eventually end up coming back home. So everybody from back home is always watching and supporting me so much. And
Look
that's
at
some
you
of my
out there
reporting.
doing the thing.
Getting it done. Okay, real quick, favorite places in Houston. Where can we find Joy? Where can we find you in Houston hanging out?
At the gym.
Nice.
I
Take
love
care of yourself.
working
Love
out.
that.
I go to the gym every single day, sometimes twice a day. So that's probably one of my favorite spots. I'm a big foodie. I love to eat.
Great city for that.
So yeah, there's a lot of restaurants you can find me at. Honestly, I can't name down one. Maybe Bolo.
Okay.
It's an Italian restaurant in, I think, Midtown area.
Well, if you love food,
my fave.
Houston is the place for you. Joy Addison, we
glad to
got to
have
leave
you.
it there. Welcome to KPRC.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see you on TV, and all of you can catch Joy right here on KPRC2 during the day, Tuesday to Friday, also Saturday evenings. We have provided a link to connect with Joy. Just visit our website, HoustonLife.tv, and look for that scene on Houston Life section.
And quick shout out to Pop Pop, right? Because he's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, my grandparents, my parents, everybody. They should watch it.